Okay guys, another build vid, this time following the instructions in issues 77 and 78. Let's get on with the build. Okay guys, so this one is a bit different. This is actually coming in a cardboard box. Also, anyone wondering about the intro where you only saw the box and not the parts for 78? There are no parts for 78. I didn't receive them, so that is going to be a whole nother video when they eventually turn up. It's already on the system. I called them up as soon as I opened the box and was like, oh, nothing there. So annoying, but 9 packages, and it's only the second time I've been missing something, so they're not terrible. But the fact that it's happened twice, not great. But we do have parts, so let me just open this first. Now when you get yours, just be aware that for some genius reason they decided to pack it so that 2 parts would actually be stuck together. I guess it saves space, but it's kind of awkward. Right, is we take this piece that we had ages ago, take this piece, and if we figure out which way around it is supposed to be, that looks like the side with all the nubbins sticking out. This will come on like so. So we've got grooves for these bits, and that will slide in quite nicely like so. And oh, it's actually going straight onto the body now. And we're going to use 2 screws. So we've got 2 holes there, which are going to line up with these 2 bits here. This piece should line up on here. There we go. So that's going to be like that. And I want to get 2 of these screws out. 1 and 2. There we go. So let's screw these in. It's not lining up properly. Try again. Okay, that was a bit strange. Wasn't completely lined up properly there for some reason. And I like this. This is now holding the head up, which means every time it goes down, it's not turning the light on. There we go. So that's that. And I want to take this piece, and that just goes straight over the top. And we want the next 3 screws. Screw holes are pretty obvious. We've got 1 at the front, 1 at the back, and 1 in the middle. Feel a bit sorry for this Triceratops. It's going to be lopsided for the next few months now. Issue 78's part is actually this piece here. So you can't actually use any of the parts that come with issue 78 until issue 79, when you're actually just going to build the other side of this. and then you wait ages until you get this part. So there is very little to do of the Triceratops now. It's literally going to be, once I've done these bits, it's going to be the other side and the tail. So it's nice we're getting there. We've already finished the pterodactyl. Right, and then find the silver piece or white piece. Which is here, and that will come on just at the top here, and that's definitely going to need some gluing. I'll do that later on. Right, so that's it for that piece. Okay, and for issue 78, like I say, I don't have the parts with it, but we've got a little bit that just goes in here. Wow, that's a snug fit. That's not coming out. This white piece is definitely going to need gluing. That's just coming off of my hands. We've got a fatter black bit, which is going to slide in here. A black bit with a bit of silver trim, which is going to come at the back here. Scroll through, we want to clip the silver pieces. So, clippity clip. I don't understand why some pieces are on sprues and other pieces are just loose, like those bits in the bag. Seems very strange. So, we've got one bigger bit, line up your peg, and that's going to slide in there, and that's quite a tight fit, so that's not going to need any glue. And same again with this piece. Yeah, that should be alright as well. And last but not least, flip your Triceratops over. You've got this piece here, which is just going to come in underneath and just sort of clean up the floor a bit. If I can line it up properly. Definitely feels a nice tight fit, nice and snug, so that's not really going to need any glue either. So yeah, that's a nice fit, and there you go. So if I put my hand just to support it on this side, it's now in one piece. We've got the treads that will come out, which I think is a really nice feature. Obviously it was introduced on the SoC, but it will give the Triceratops that little bit of bulk for its tank mode when it's in as a Zord going along, and then of course when it comes time to bring them together, the piece will go in nicely. Of course, not something that was ever a part of the original. This thing is so dusty. I mean, it's been sat around for the last couple of months, so I'm gonna have to give these a dust every now and again. But yeah, that looks really nice. We've got the main body on. Gives us a good idea of how this is gonna look. And also, obviously come up like that. So that's gonna be side profile of your foot and leg. That looks really nice. I can't wait to finish this, but that's going to be what, another 2 months. But yeah, so that was issue 77 and 78. When I get the parts for 78, I can do the next few stages. So if you're watching this in real time, there's going to be a slight gap, and I'll actually be doing the saber-tooth tiger ones, where we start on the other side of the saber-tooth tiger. I'll see you next time.